What's up, movie lovers? Don't miss your opportunity to let your comments be heard during the live broadcast every Wednesday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, here on Gotta Love Them Movies. Batman, the Caped Crusader, the new animated television series coming out from a lot of different people. Bruce Timm, J.J. Abrams, Matt Reeves. It's coming out on Cartoon Network. This looks to be... or rather it sounds, because we don't really have anything to look at except for this particular image. Let's jump into this particular article from Deadline. We have this incredible kind of piece of art to look at. And I'm actually quite looking forward to this because, you know, as we all know, Bruce Timm was one of the big forces behind getting Batman the Animated Series to happen. And between Batman the Animated, probably Batman the Animated Series was the greatest animated television show of all time. I don't want to definitively say it is what it is. I mean, there are certainly many other contenders. More contemporarily, I would put Rick and Morty at the, close to the top of that list. I think there's a lot to be said for the Flintstones for greatest animated television show of all time. But arguably, I do think that Batman the Animated Series is going to be in maybe the top 3 of that argument. There's a lot that it brought to its medium, to its art form. And this particular reboot, I think is, it's going to be its own thing. So it's being called Batman Caped Crusader. Definitely in kind of the style of Batman the Animated Series, much more updated style than we've seen before. Let's jump into this article from Deadline real quick. The reimagining of the Batman mythology is produced by Warner Brothers Animation Bad Robot Productions. 6 in Idaho marks Batman the Animated Series producer Bruce Timm returning to Batman in an animated episodic series. The animated series, for all these different people, it's always fun to feed the insatiable appetite fans have for all things Batman. Batman Caped Crusader will entertain first-time and die-hard fans alike, and with such an impressive creative team in place, we know that we have another future Batman classic in the making. Go on to say, Register added that Batman the Animated Series was a masterpiece that's true, that shaped the perception of the character for an entire generation of fans. It is in that spirit that we are bringing together 3 master storytellers, J.J. Abrams, Matt Reeves, and Bruce Timm, each with their own intuitive understanding and affection for the character, to create a new series that will continue in the same groundbreaking legacy. Of course, this sounds ridiculously exciting. It sounds ridiculously exciting, and of course, this is something that I think we all want to see. We all want to get behind this. We all want to see exactly what it is that they're going to be creating here. And I'm let's look at these storytellers for a second. Obviously, Matt Reeves' The Batman is still in production. It is yet to come out. We still don't know specifically. We kind of have an idea that it's going to be following in the line or legacy of The Long Halloween. J.J. Abrams, huge pantheon of work. A lot of it good, some of it not so good. But I think that he's a really great creator. And then Bruce Timm, again, a lot of hits, a few misses, a lot of hits. So to see these 3 different creators kind of come together on Cartoon Network and create something new, the only thing that I can kind of equate this to is the Animaniacs reboot. I adored the Animaniacs reboot. Now, I know that some people thought it was a little beat you over the head with social commentary, and it was. It totally was. But the humor still enriched what the original classic was. And it gave us that same taste, that same feeling of this is Animaniacs. And I think this particular project, Batman Cape Crusader, is going to do the exact same thing. I think it's going to give us that same feeling, that same tone, and kind of feed that appetite for a Batman animated series. But you guys, big question for you that I want to know is what you just saw what I changed the topic to for our next topic. But I want to hear what you guys have to say about Batman Cape Crusader. Are you looking forward to it? I understand that like this news is a few weeks old at this point, but I still want to hear your thoughts. Are you excited for it? Are you on board? What stories do you think that they're going to tell? I believe it's going to be darker in nature, but who knows? Maybe it's going to be a little more lighthearted. What do you think it's going to be? Jump on down to the comment section below. Nerdzone says, my generation had a Batman series called Brave and the Bold, a mixture of 60s and modern, and the legendary Troy Baker as the voice actor. I've seen a couple of episodes of Batman the Brave and the Bold. It didn't speak to me. I think the animation style was a little too how do I put it? Young. The animation style was not geared for a more adult audience. But from what I understand, Brave and the Bold was actually kind of a decent show. So I'm not all that familiar with Troy Baker. I'll have to look him up at some point.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you like this video, click like. If you really like this video, click subscribe. And if you really, really like this video, click share. Because that is exactly what Batman from the animated series would want you to do. His name is Batman.